All right, it's Friday. Welcome. You've made it through another week and done absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of each of you. Let's keep trucking. We're going to finish 7.3 today, have some problems, and then probably have a quiz next week, 7.1 through 7.3. Okay, we'll figure out how that works so that you all don't miss every problem on the quiz just because you put the wrong units. That's okay. I looked at them all. You all did great. Um, just want you to know that. But let's look at our last case. With using the law of sine, we're going to talk about a side, side, side. When you have the case where you have all three sides, okay, the first thing you're going to do, these steps are very important, okay? If you want to look at them, they're on page 322. I'll go ahead and write that there. But first, your first step will be find the largest angle. Because you have all three sides right now. You don't need to use that. But we're now wanting to find the largest angle using the law of cosine. Okay? That will be big. Second, after you found that one angle, it doesn't matter. You can find either of the two remaining angles. Using, guess what? I told you yesterday, when you use the law of cosine, you only ever have to use it one time. So you now have a side and an angle opposite, so you can use the law of sine. Okay? Find either of the two remaining angles. It does not matter which one. Okay? You're good. Third, find the last angle by subtracting from 180. Okay? So in this one, the biggest piece is the first step. Find the largest angle. How do we know which angle is the largest angle? It's opposite the longest side. The largest angle will be opposite the longest side. Okay? That will be important. Okay? So here we go. What does it look like if we have three sides? So let's look at a problem. Here we go. We want to solve triangle ABC if we are given A equals 9.47 feet, B equals 15.9 feet, and C equals 21.1 feet. Okay? All right. So if we wanted to draw this out, we could, if it would help you. Okay, so I'm going to give 9.47 to be my A, 15.9 to be my B, and C is my longest at 21.1 feet. Okay, probably need units. It's, I know, very helpful. So, plugging in the law of cosine. Do you remember the law of cosine? Which we're going to solve for angle C. So we're going to put C squared equals. I'm writing the formula because it's helpful for me to remember what it is. What am I plugging in? C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine C. And right now I can hear you asking, do I need to remember this? Not a bad idea. I did see a problem like this on an ACT question. And you just had to know the law of cosine. Okay? So, is it good? Something good to have in your brain? Most definitely. So we're plugging in numbers. C is 21.1 squared equals A squared, 9.47 squared, plus B squared, which is 15.9 squared. minus 2 times 9.47 times 15.9 times cosine C. Oh no, with this side, I don't have that angle. Guess what I'm solving for? That angle, okay? So this one, just rearranging the equation is a little bit of a hassle. It's not like the last one where we could just plug it all in our calculator and we didn't have to solve for anything, okay? So if you've been in Dr. Hearns' class, oh, you did not have Dr. Hearns for physics. She rearranged at the beginning of everything, okay? So up here, she would have taken this equation and said, I'm going to solve for cosine C. And then I'm going to plug in all my numbers. I've never done it that way, but I do know a student that went through my class that did it that way every time, and it was beautiful. It worked perfectly. If you want to, you can. It's up to you. So I'm going to show you one time what it would look like if we wanted to solve for cosine C. Okay? So I would subtract those two things. So I would have C squared minus A squared minus B squared. Okay? Then that would still give me a negative 2AB cosine C. I know you're asking, why can't we just add 2AB? Well, you can't because it's multiplication. Okay? When it's all multiplication, we're going to have to divide by negative 2AB. So when we divide by negative 2AB, we will be left with cosine C. So all of this right here will equal cosine C. Now, I've done that. That's not how I generally will do it, but I'll go ahead and write it over here. Cosine C will equal C squared minus A squared minus B squared all over negative 2AB. I'm going to put that over in the corner just for future reference if you choose to do that. But I'm going to erase this over here because I'm going to solve the way I would normally do it, and you can decide what you want to do, what's best for you. Okay? So I've got numbers already plugged in there. Okay? So I know that I have to subtract out 9.47 squared, and I need to subtract 15.9 squared. So in my calculator, I'm going to put 21.1 squared minus 9.47 squared minus 15.9 squared. And I'm going to go ahead and have a number over here, negative 2 times 9.47 times 15.9 cosine C. Okay, it's a lot of numbers. I'm going to pull my calculator up. Hopefully I can see it close to it, 21.1. So I'm going to put in 21.1 squared minus 9.47 squared minus 15.9 squared. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to write down, I'm going to get 102.7191 equals, and I'm going to get a number for what is negative 2 times 9.47 times 15.9. And I'm going to get a number there. I get negative 301.146, and then I have a cosine C. And then I'm going to divide. So this calculator, if you're special, you can go up and find that number and hit divided by second answer. I'm going to keep all of my decimals. Okay? And I get a negative 0.341, etc., equals cosine C. And then I'm going to solve for C. I'm going to hit second cosine, second answer. And it's going to give me that angle C is equal to 109.9. Oh, the sig figs start getting a little crazy because I only have 3, but they give me a decimal. Okay, 0.9 degrees. I found my largest angle. When that comes out to be negative, you know it's going to be obtuse because that means we're in the second quadrant. Okay? So we found angle C. You can tell I went through mainly the exact same steps that we did here to go about finding that. I think they're going to give more decimals because we need those decimals to find the missing pieces. Okay? Now it doesn't matter which angle you find next. You can find angle A or you can find angle B. But are we going to use the law of cosine? No, we're going to use the law of sine. So we're going to use what we're given. I'm going to scroll just a little bit just so I can see my picture. So I can use the law of sine to have 21.1 over sine. Because now it kind of gets a little tricky. You're going from cosine to sine. So if you ever don't get the same answer I do, go back and check. Did you use sine or did you use cosine? Okay. 109.9 equals, I'm just going to do 9.47 over sine A. So I like the alphabet to do A first. So I'm going to cross multiply, inverse sine. So we've got a 9.47 sine 109.9, and then I'll divide by 21.1, will equal sine A. So A equals, do you want me to do that in my calculator? I'm sure it's somewhere. 9.47 sine 109.9 enter, divided by 21.1. Enter. So my sine A equals 0.422. Inverse sine, second answer, and we get 24.96. So that should actually round to 25.0 degrees. Okay? So to find angle B, we're simply going to subtract 180 minus 25 minus 109.9, and we should get 45.1 degrees. So we have solved for all three angles. Okay? A little bit longer of a process just because it's not so nice and neat to just plug in. Okay? But you can do it. Always remember, longest side. You're finding the largest angle first. Okay? They give you an application, designing the roof truss. Trusses are frequently used to support roofs on buildings. The simplest type of roof truss is a triangle. One basic task when constructing a roof truss is to cut the ends of the rafters so that the roof has the correct slope. Okay? So can we find the angle that they need to connect if they have a 9-foot truss, a 6-foot truss, and an 11-foot? What is the angle that they need to make? Can you solve for that angle theta? Okay? So what would we do? So application, they only want one answer. If we're trying to find this theta, we would start with the side opposite it, c squared, equals a squared plus b squared. Does that order matter? No. Community property says it doesn't. 2 times a times b times cosine of whatever angle we need. Okay? So we're solving. When I know these numbers, I like to put the numbers in. 121 equals 36 plus 81 minus, what is 12 times 9? I have a kid doing these. It's 108, I believe. Cosine theta. Okay? So I'm going to take 121 and I'm going to subtract. I still don't have a calculator. We know this. 121 minus 81 minus 36, and I get 4. 4 equals negative 108 cosine theta. I'm going to say right now, don't fall for the trick of adding 108 to both sides. It will not work. Okay? We need to divide by negative 108. Okay? You get this negative number. negative 0.037, etc., equals cosine theta. All right, so we need to find theta, so we're using cosine, inverse cosine, of second answer. And we're going to get theta should be 92.12 degrees. I think they only gave us 2 sig figs, so I'm going to stop at 92 degrees. Okay? All right. That should be it. I really wanted to do this, but I'm never going to ask you to I'm always going to give you this formula. Okay? We did areas the last time, and if you have angles in between, a side angle side, we can use the one we did last time. Okay? That was the 1/2 AB minus, no, it's not minus, AB cosine C. That would be our area formula for the last one. Okay? Heron's formula for the area of a triangle if we only have the sides. I will give you this formula because this is one that I don't always have memorized. Of a triangle if you're given the 3 sides. Okay? Heron's formula says if you have 3 sides of a triangle, A, B, and C, it has a semi-perimeter. You have to solve for the semi-perimeter. I could spell of S. Okay, so we're going to solve for S. S will equal 1/2 of A plus B plus C. Okay? Yes, I know you're all concerned my battery is going to die. I promise it won't. I'm almost done. Okay? So the area would be, the area A would equal the square root of whatever that S is times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. Okay? So if we're given a problem, okay, oh, I hate the big numbers. Drives me crazy. If they give us big numbers, A equals 250, I'm a little bit dyslexic today, 2,451. B is simply 331, and they give meters. C equals 2,427 meters. Okay? So using this formula, we would simply say, okay, let me just close because it's going to drive you crazy at me too. So we would find the S. 1/2 of 2,451 plus 331 plus 2,427. Okay, so we add all the sides together, take half of it. Okay, it's 2604, so S equals 2604.5. Okay, so that's my S. And then to find the area, we would take the square root of 2604.5 times 2604.5 minus 2451 times 2604.5 minus 331 times 2604.5 minus 2427. It's just a tedious equation. Okay, so plugging all of that in separately, getting an answer, you have an area of 401,700. Then we have 4 sig figs. Technically we only have 3, but it gives us 4. I don't know. Meters squared. Okay, that's how we use the formula. We should be good. We're going to have a few problems from 7.3. I'm going to give you the weekend to work on these. I know you're so happy about that. 7.3 problems, but I will be around to answer some questions if you have them as you're working on them. Okay, we're going to do numbers 9 through 16, 19, 21, 23, 39, and 40. Okay. I think you should be good. Oh, we probably need an area formula so if you don't have the same thing that happened to us last time. So you're going to skip ahead a few pages and do, let's do 65 and 66. All right, let me know what problems you have. Your quiz will probably be middle of the week, so probably next Wednesday. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great weekend. Bye.